we'll go over here.
No,
Guys,
stop the noise.
guys, come on! I'm trying to start my show. Guys, guys, no, come on, stop! All right, that's it. I'm starting the show.
Damn it.
Ugh. This show is not for kids. This show is about chaos and talking over coffee. So let's get going. Call me the DarkTranny. Okay, good morning. Happy Thursday. First off, Reverend Rant. Where are you, Reverend? Are you okay? Out there in Florida, Ian is washing around and doing what Ian does and such. So I'd like to start off first thing. Individual prayers out to Reverend Rant and all of people in Florida. They are, well, they're experiencing some stuff. Now, as Reverend Rant would say, it doesn't matter because in the end, God's there for everyone. He would have to speak for himself, but he mentioned something yesterday about how these, to him, this is like no big deal. Okay. They live through these kind of weather events and such. So they've done this before. They're seasoned for this. Doesn't mean some prayers won't be, good for them. So, Reverend Rant, I know that you say that it's not necessary, but I'm sending, a prayer out to y'all. So, there you go. All right. Starting out. Good morning. Good morning. Now we had our pre-show show. So let me see. I really don't remember everyone who was in there, but we do have Cali Girl and Good Morning Gray Man, Super Trucker, Pitbull Doorbell, and I'm not touching this chat because you guys saw what happened. Anytime I flip through this chat, it messes up. So I'm not touching this shit. Okay, and 45-1 is in the house, and let's see. There are a number of other people in the house, but like I said, I don't want to touch this thing. Yes. Okay. Oh, Cali Girl, yeah. The whole AIDS epidemic, ugh. That, and we haven't done a stream on that one yet in the correlation to what's going on today. So, yes, that might actually have to be a story at some time because I can tell you what, having lived through it, it wasn't the disease, it was the drugs that were given to the patients because AZT, DDI, DDC, 3TC, these different chemicals they were given. If you'll notice, they're not being given those chemicals anymore, and the rate of mortality dropped off way significantly after they switched over to different drugs. But the drugs which they prescribe now cause like slow kidney death, liver death, osteoporosis, a number of endocrinological disorders, and vivid dreams. Very vivid dreams. It's crazy. So, yeah. All right. So, moving on into the storm. So, a section of Sanibel Causeway wiped out by Hurricane Ian. I've been watching this with 45. We've been tracking storms. It looks like in 2 weeks from now, there's going to be a storm coming in to the Gulf of Mexico, which looks like it may be a Cat 5. Later on in the show, 45 may want to stop in, and he can actually demonstrate how we are arriving at this information. But yes, we've got flooding, and that means that there's sewage. And again, I was absolutely stunned by the people standing in the wake of the foam being washed over a break wall. It's like, dude, that's sewage, and now you've got it all over you. And happy Instagram, I guess, because now you've got the plague. Ugh. This Nord Stream gas rupture. I heard that it was emptying the natural gas out of the pipes. And apparently, it's still emptying the gas out of the pipes. And Tucker Carlson did make mention of the amount of methane being poured into the environment. And yes, 45 regarding the storm system in the Gulf. Yes, that is potentially yes, yes, because we are looking at current models, I believe, and of course that is 2 weeks out, so it is subject to change. But I know that 45 can explain it much more because he has much more knowledge in these areas than I do. I understand like the the overall concepts of meteorology. He's actually from what I understand, he actually has some formal training in meteorology. So yes, with the gas lines, it doesn't seem like they're just emptying out. It seems like they're still under pressure somehow. Like the stuff is still churning into the environment. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, okay. Sewage will make you sick. We not used to that in USA. California's supposed to flood. Who knows what they emptied in the water to the ocean for the. I know, right? Cali girl, you are so right. It's like in other countries they can build up some sort of biological defenses to the sewage, which is they live around and stuff. But no, we're definitely immunocompromised when it comes to dealing with that level of feces all over everything. So, they said that more than 100,000 metric tons of natural gas bubbling to the surface of the Baltic Sea. Around 90% of that is methane. It has 80 times the global warming power of carbon dioxide. This is something I think I've spoken about before in content pieces, never streamed about. Methane, from a structural, like an atomic structure, should be heavier than carbon dioxide. So it should sink and not rise so much into the stratosphere. But the problem is that it can get whipped up. So let's see. It's a carbon and four hydrogen. So it's a carbon, let's see, I believe carbon is it 8 or 6? See, carbon dioxide, when you take a carbon and then you add 2 oxygen to it, oxygen is heavier than hydrogen. So when you take that molecule, oh, okay, yeah, I can see it. Okay, yeah. All right, the methane, okay, yeah, okay. If the carbon dioxide is heavier than the methane, then yeah, the methane is definitely going to get up in the atmosphere. And it has much more of an insulative property than carbon dioxide. Yeah, this could be a problem actually. This could really be a problem. And it's over the Baltic Sea, which means it's combining with water vapor, which means that it's actually forming a kind of lens, more or less. Yeah, that could be a problem. So, depending on where this material floats, keeping in mind that this water is saline and it is superconductive to thermal activity, um, yeah, that could cause a problem. All right, so let's move on over. Russia shrugs off accusations of Nord Stream sabotage as West fears Ukraine war expansion. Well, they're just shrugging it off. Who did it? I mean, like, are we going to find out anytime soon who did it? Who broke the pipes? Who did it? And, um, and how are we going to find out? Like, how are we going to find out who? I mean, these things just didn't break on themselves. I mean, or did they? I mean, I don't think they did. It seems rather weird. If you look at a pipeline composition, let's go take a look. Pipeline structure underwater natural gas. Let's go look at like what these things even look like. Natural gas pipelines. Let's see if they have like a what do you call it? I should have had this up. How are they built? Let's take a look, see. All right. Wow, this is not very informative. How they are built. Really? From Gazprom Informatorium? It's like, that's it? It really doesn't show the structure, like how many layers of concrete and or steel or anything like that. I'm looking for a cross section. Here, let's see, maybe I can find one in an image. I mean, they're supposed to be like really strong. Let's see. We've got we've got these things around them which are supposed to add support and structural integrity and such. It's like, okay, well now all of a sudden what? I can't pull up images on like the cutaway, the cross section of how these things look on the inside. Anyway, they're supposed to be uber tough, like so strong. So what in the hell? And then they mentioned that there was what is it? Seismic activity. So what was it? Seismic activity of 1 or 2? What is this? Analysis. 45. 45, thank you. All right, looks like 45 has put a link in analysis. Okay, so what am I looking at here? Now I had this link up. What am I looking at? Again, in the fat mouth won't divulge into the camera. No one would know if they plan to blow up the pipe. You know, that's the shady thing about it. It's like, why? With all the intel, okay, that's crazy. With all the intel we have on so many things which aren't related to security, like parents showing up at teachers' meetings and all the things which are surveilled, like where you're spending your money and stuff like that. Are people really to believe that something as critical as a natural gas pipeline is not being monitored and surveilled? Like, are we to actually believe that these governments aren't watching their assets? I mean, is that the level? Are we to believe that perhaps our governments are so incompetent that they don't know who the fuck did this or how it happened? I don't buy it. I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. Let's see the chats over here. We dropped charges in June, blew them up on Biden handler's order, explains who done it. You know, I get that. I get that line of thought. And at the same time, I'm like, I want law and order on this one. Here, let's listen to this asshole. Let's see what he talks about here.
Let me answer the first question first. If Russia invades, that means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine. Again, then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that exactly, since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control?
We will, I promise you we'll be able to do it.
Yes, that seems sketchy as fuck. Okay, now what do I do with this? So sketchy. It's like, in a courtroom, they would use this as evidence, and they would call this, what kind of evidence would this be? It wouldn't be circumstantial. It would be a plausible premeditation. It sounds like a premeditated act, is what it sounds like. It sounds like this individual had a plan, as world leaders do have plans. They have contingencies for if this country does this, we have a contingency plan, we have a counter plan, we have a way to mess up another country. These people are the very same people who want a one world government, who want a new world order, pushing us into a Green New Deal. And look how they're doing it. It's got to be the most eco-terrorist type of mental gymnastics one could possibly do to achieve the ends. It's like, what do they say about like the ends justify the means or something like that? We are talking about a gas which is being released suddenly into a small area. And we're dealing with, I know that there are jet streams, we could like look into this. We could look at how it dissipates into the atmosphere. Not too long ago, Representative Alexandria Cortez Latinx was bitching about the cow farts and stuff. Good morning, Feisty. And as Maine says, in a matter of his first 5 words, he fucked up. Yes. Yes. And the people behind this puppet, they are really showing that they do not have anyone's best interests in mind at all, as they're marketing this as like, it's the bright and glowing future. You will be so happy. You're going to be so happy. I don't understand their definition of happiness. I mean, maybe for, let's see, if I was a sadist and if I really enjoyed harming people, I would take their cries of pain as a very joyous occasion if I was a sadist. So I would translate happiness as people in fear and terror if I was like that demented. Okay, so Alexandria. Let's see. Let's just do like a refresh just to see maybe she tweeted something. Now, mind you, I don't have Twitter, but I can still access this up to a point, and then I get this like banner that flies up in my face. But let's see, December 16th, 2021, so that's a pinned comment. And just September 26th. All right, this is her most recent one. Let's see, today is the 29th. She's had 3 days to talk about Nord Stream, methane, but no. She left off on Hindu festival celebrated over 9 nights and 10 days that honors the triumph of good over evil by the goddess Durga. Durga. Yes, okay, so Alexandria has nothing to say about this. Let's see what Greta is saying. Let's refresh on Greta, because she is the big one. Okay. Yes. Climate and environmental activist with Asperger's. I don't know what you're saying because I can't see your face. That kind of thing. And even if she can see you, she's going to be very upset with you because everything in Greta's mind is a fucking attack. But anyway, let's see. Greta on September 27th. And again, it is the 29th. And she has said nothing about the Nord Stream. You know, she should be infuriated. And hello, Greta, your face is on buildings. There's a whole movement about you, okay? Come on, little cause queen. What are you going to do? No, anti-racism, anti-fascism, and... so she's got the climate. She's got the climate travesa. Whatever. I don't know. What does that mean? Climate travesties? Okay, so she's got all this going on. But she's not talking about the eco-terrorism happening right now. So Greta, your boyfriend must be having you really busy right now, distracting you. Because let me see, if I was Greta Thunberg's boyfriend and I knew that the Nord Stream had just blown up, and I didn't want Greta getting like all fucking crazy in the house because I'm so fucking tired of Greta constantly bitching about everything. I'm just thinking, like, if I was Greta's boyfriend, I would be laying pipe so hard right about now. Anything to distract her from what the fuck is going on. Because holy shit, could you imagine what's going on in that household the moment that Greta finds out, if she even gives a fuck? I mean, let's just entertain this for a moment. We're all adults here, right? It's like, could you imagine? Oh God. Oh good God. Oh my gosh, now it's in my head. Oh, why did I put that there? Ick. Ugh. Anyway, Greta's not talking about the pipeline. So, Greta, how dare you? How dare you? Get your ass up off your back and get on this, because the world's gassing right now and it's partially your fault. I mean, really, Greta, it is partly your fault, because had you not been such a self-centered bitch about this whole thing, then people wouldn't have given a shit. But you brought it to the surface. I mean, you made it a thing. So, come on, girl, keep the same energy. Keep the same energy, girl. Spirit fingers. Okay. Anyway, Biden regime. Oh, the Gateway Pundit calling it a regime. Let's go over here. I'm sorry, feisty. I'm sorry. I start my mornings sometimes a little crazy. No one needed to imagine Greta Thunberg and her boyfriend or her fiance or her having sex, but men will do what they can do to get their women to not go fucking crazy. It's like, this is, I mean, I remember, it's like this, well, I never had, did I ever have, I had girlfriends, but never to that level, never to that relationship. But I've had some pretty effeminate boyfriends, and ugh, there's nothing worse. Well, there are worse things, but no one needs that shit. Anyway, Greta, yes. Oh, okay, I spent way too much time on that. I am sorry. Happy Thursday. We are gearing up into Friday, so just consider that a little flavor. All right, so Kamala Harris here with her fucking electric vehicle. Apparently she was confused the first time that she was charging her EV. So now they're approving plans for all 50 states to install, these electrical vehicle charging stations covering 75,000 miles of highway. Do you know what kind of infrastructure that takes? Do you know how much metal is required to make the lines, the high voltage lines, to carry all that? I mean, are we talking about solar substations? What are we talking about? What's going to be powering all these cables? I mean, we're talking about 240 volt cable structures which need to be put in place here. So let's see, Feisty's talking here. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Now, I know this probably isn't exactly what you were thinking, but like while one pipeline is like being busted, another pipeline is being laid right in bed with Greta. Oh my God. Now, somebody told me that there was a third pipe which was actually going to be used. I believe it was from Poland to another destination, and it was going to take over the natural gas transport. But it was something about the economy between Russia and Ukraine and Germany, and it was kind of like the blowing up of Nord Stream 1 and 2 was kind of like a fuck you to Russia, that another company was going to be supplying the EU with their natural gas. So I'd have to look into that. I didn't look into that. I wasted my time during the pre-show show. I'm sorry, guys. All right. She's totally a snorter. She's totally a snorter. Okay, so anyway, just how much is this going to cost for all these EVs? Oh, and then there's right now we don't have that many electronic vehicles in, but I was supposed to do a story about this like weeks ago. I didn't do it, but I might as well talk about it right now. Let's just look at what happens when a battery in one of these vehicles pops. All right, so let's see. EV battery malfunction, fire. Let's just look at that. Everything you need to know about these EV battery fires. All right, so really, dude, no. Let's see. What causes electrical fires? Let's see. If you're not operating within the ideal range for performance and safety, some thermal management systems use liquid coolants, others employ air or refrigerant coolants, but these systems are only designed to work during normal operating conditions. So think about it. It's like, okay, is this battery made to work in Minnesota? Probably not. Is this battery, going to work well in Nevada? Like, let's say you're going over the hot asphalt. So the heat is like in your undercarriage where your battery is supposed to be, and the air is hot. So it's like, okay, what's going to happen? It's like these batteries are not meant to be used out in extremes of hot or cold. So show me the one where, come on, internet, show me the one where it's like blowing up. Well, I think you guys can go and look at it. Anyway, I just want you to consider something here. Just consider something here. You and your family are in your EV. All right? And the battery, the big ass battery that's like, everyone's sitting on, malfunctions. And it really doesn't give you a warning. It's not like, oh, the battery's malfunctioned and you have, like, let's say, a minute to stop the vehicle, get out of the vehicle, collect your kids, collect your pets, collect, your belongings and everything like that. No, it's more like you hear like a pop. And then next thing you know, your whole fucking vehicle is in flames because the chain reaction is like, you've gone from like ambient temperature to like over 1,000 degrees in a matter of it's just like, you don't even have enough time to stop, really. What the fuck? Yeah, that's what I want. I mean, it's not bad enough that you have to deal with, collisions and stuff like that. But now imagine that you've collided with somebody with an EV and say, okay, let's say that you're using fuel and they're using EV. Well, now their car is starting your car on fire and now you're all fucked. I mean, you could have maybe survived, but no, now the battery like blew the fuck up. And now you've got two EVs. Let's say you get two EVs crashing and then both the batteries blow up. So not only do you have the thermal happening there, but now you have radiant heat. And so now, with a fuel fire, it only burns, I mean, like what is here? Let's like look. Let's look. Temperature, or maximum temperature, max temperature. Come on, fingers, work for me. Gasoline, fire. Okay, so let's see. At what temperature? Okay, gasoline burns at 495 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so at what temperature does it spontaneously combust? Okay, so 450 to 500. So we're looking at a hot oven. We're looking at an oven which is hot enough to make sourdough bread. All right, so there we go. And then max flame temperature in the air is 1026 Celsius. That's fucking hot. Okay, don't get me wrong, that's hot. Now, let's go and look at, let's duplicate this tab and let's look at a lithium EV battery. Oh, come on, fingers work. Let's see, burn, temperature. And let's see, lithium battery fires, a burning issue. Let's see what that comes out as. Come on, come on, come on. So we're looking at 800 degrees. Okay, so what is this one? Is this chart? What makes these fires so troubling? Okay, it's because of the level at which they burn. So we have, well, this isn't good either way. I mean, we're not talking about, we're looking at over 800 degrees centigrade for the lithium, and that at least you can put out a gasoline fire by using, like, let's say a CO2 or some sort of foam. So you can put that fire out. You can't put out these lithium fucking fires. It's like you have to like douse them in water and then the water starts to boil and stuff like that. These things don't just go out. It's like, so you've got this constant 800 degree fireball lighting everything else around it on fire. Oh my gosh, people, come on. Let's not do this. Kamala, where the fuck did you go? Where are you, Kamala? Ugh, let's like back up. Kamala, this isn't the way I want to spend my Thursday. And I can't imagine you guys do either. But it's a wake-up show, You dumb bitch. I just wanted to find Kamala just so I could say that. Oh my god, and then this stupid bitch. Now, this is a child. I should not rag on this child. Okay, let's go check the chat before we do. Hey, Zero. Good morning. Nothing like sitting on a pack of fragmentation chemical grenades, right? Charging a truck, got a few minutes. Well, welcome to the show, Zero. Riding by the seat of your pants until they burn off. Okay, how y'all do it? Well, you see what we're doing. You can put a traditional fire by starving oxygen. Does not work when temperatures are so high that the air around combusts, right? That's crazy. Oh, y'all ever seen a battery? A battery explode? You wanna? It's gonna become a thing. You need a chemical O2 absorber to put it out. And and what's that going to do for everything around? I mean, like, how do you absorb oxygen around a lithium fire? I mean, which fire department is going to deploy an enclosed oxygen absorbing, neutralizing containment? Oh, fuck. Oh, well, anyway, here, let me turn off the mic so we can listen to this shit.
Apply to have like approved events to be able to fly for?
Well, that's one thing that you could look at doing.
Am I allowed to go to Fiji? Is that necessary?
In the current climate crisis, I don't think that that's necessary.
When was the last time you were on a plane?
I'm not sure. Maybe a few months ago, to be honest.
Where'd you go?
Fiji.
Izzy! Izzy! Don't you care about the climate, Izzy?
Of course I care about the climate.
Not enough. You went to... you went to Fiji. Izzy, come on, mate. Are you serious? Are you serious, Izzy?
Well, it's pretty
Are you still
ironic.
there?
It is pretty ironic, but to be honest, it's not really a trip that I wanted to go on, but I can't really get out of it because my
Why'd you
parents wanted to
go? Why'd you go?
My parents wanted to go.
Izzy.
I didn't want to go.
How are you embarrassed that your parents did that to the planet and then forced you to do it as well?
Of course I'm not embarrassed.
Did you have a
you look at
terrible
this-
time?
Not really. I didn't have to think about anything.
Izzy, I'm sorry. Mate, listen, you're such a champion. I think you've got a brilliant future ahead of you. And are you doing another strike soon?
Yeah, well, we'll look to.
Good. We'll talk to you again. I might get you back.
That's right. Mock them, and mock them. Did you hear this student? The student who's like, we're having a strike for climate change. The reporter is like, well, didn't you just take a flight? Where'd you go? Fiji. While the student is saying, right now is not the time for people to be going out and doing flights. It's like, oh, well, my parents made me, so I really didn't want to go. Does she feel bad about it? No, she doesn't feel bad about it at all. The self-awareness is not there in this kid. Okay, but they're out there, instead of maybe, I don't know, getting whatever fucking fucked up education they can possibly get these days, who knows what the fuck is being taught. But this kind of stuff is promoted, this activism and the cognitive dissonance and the hypocrisy. And I love that the reporter was just laughing at this kid. Now, granted, okay, yes, this is a child, I get that. I have issues with laughing at youth, okay? They are ignorant and they don't know any better. Unfortunately, sometimes the adults need to lead by example, and if leading by example means that you show the child that what path they're on is absolutely fucking ridiculous, then so be it. It's like, because that is fucking ridiculous. So, I love that reporter mocked the shit out of that teenager, because that's a life lesson that teenager actually needs. It's important. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, I know. She started feeling stupid. It's like, oh shit. It's like, but then, the programming kicks in. It's like, no. No, what I'm doing is righteous today. It's like, but then she's like, and then it's like, yeah, I hope to be doing more strikes in the future. And it's like, oh, you're just going to get mocked again in the future. Just, everyone just, when you see something stupid, the time for being silent and just being tolerant about shit is over. So over it, and that fucking thing in particular. Yes. All right, so let's see. Shit boggles our brains, overload and short circuit. That is the shit that needs to happen. I laugh at my kids all the time. That is parenting 101. That is parenting 101. All right, the adults lie and the child believes with all their heart that they are right and the other is wrong. No critical thinking. And that's why that critical thinking needs to be taught. through examples. I mean, it's like after the laughter is over, there does actually need to be a sit down session with the young people and say, look, this is why. This is why what you believe in makes no fucking sense. And, you know, it's case dependent, but yeah, the time for being quiet is over. I mean, you have to laugh to prove that particular point, right? Yeah, laughter. Ugh. They hate being laughed at. They hate being laughed at because they believe the bullshit is real. Like, they actually believe the shit coming out of their mouths is logical and based in fact and science and all that stuff. And so much of it is just fucking fantasy thought. It's just magical thinking. It's like, ugh. I mean, it's one thing to have hopes and dreams, but I mean, I'm going to be blatantly honest. Nothing on that side is original. Everything on that side is a fucking remake of something else. There is nothing original coming out. There's no original thought, like, whatsoever. I have seen so much more originality hanging out in this community than I ever did on the other side. So that's what I'll just leave it at that. All right. I don't know what D. Is that like D? Is that what that is? I don't know what D is, but anyway, yes. Is that Mrs. Zero? Oh! So 2 zeros. Well, good morning, Mrs. Zero. Okay, so Cali Girl says, it's like the mom who breastfeeds child till they are 5, and the child has a breakdown when no boobies offered as certain places cause people would approve, and the child is mental because the mom thinks it is okay or normal. They did a skit on that. There's a British skit of like some guy like in his 20s who still breastfeeds. It's very disturbing. All right, so Youngkin, okay, so why did I show that video? Well, Youngkin responds to student walkouts over new transgender school policies. Really? So what did Youngkin say? How does this work? Chant DOE, leave us be, and trans rights are human rights in protest of Governor Glenn Youngkin's model policies for transgender students. Look at all these look at all these children's. All these misled youth. 45, you and I need to get that project ASAP. Look at this shit. All these kids. They don't even know what the fuck they're fighting for. If they only knew what the hell that they are like standing at. This is disgusting. Okay, I could go on about that. That's fucking disgusting. All right, I'm going to close this one. Youngkin, whatever you're doing here, what is Youngkin doing? Biological boys shouldn't be playing sports with biological girls, Youngkin said. It's just not fair. You know what? I'm of this opinion on that. I went to when I was going to school, in the early grades, the boys and the girls played together from like, let's say, first year, until around the 6th grade. And when puberty started happening, then they would separate the boys and the girls into different gym classes. Okay? Because it was the thing that should be done, because there are certain things happening that they tried back in the day, which they tried to buffer out. So they would separate budding men and budding women. So bullshit wouldn't happen, and I think that was the right thing to do. Now they're mixing in like gender confusion along with trying to like blend biological boys and girls, females, males, men and women together into these like androgynous kind of it's all about ripping the identity apart. In my opinion, it's all about destroying the individual's identity to make them more malleable to a groupthink governance, is what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's move back over the chat. Both are wrecked until a child is taken from the mom and given ABA. I don't know what ABA is. I look forward to the interview. Yeah, I look forward to the interview too. Yes, boys on one side, girls on the other. Because men and women, males and females, develop differently. I mean, sure, you can have track and field, and even in track and field, there was the male division and the female division. That's how it always was. It's like even in the charts when you do like relay races in the military, you look at I mean, back when I was in the military in the army, you had female like what is considered a 100 soldier for female and the male side. The females had a much more lenient for like their 2 mile run, for the number of push-ups, number of sit-ups. It's like their numbers were always lower than the males. It's like because of the way that the muscles are built and such. It's like you've got fast twitch, slow twitch. I mean, men and women are built differently from the musculature on up. I mean, bone structure is like men and women are not the same creature. I'm just saying. All right. So, yep. You guys are talking about them being like cults. Yes, I can definitely tell you, coming from that side, it's a cult. Okay. It was bad enough knowing the female teacher was gay and looking and judging our bodies. That was fucked. Oh, God, yes. Oh, we had Mr. Winker in West Junior High School, and I was only there during my freshman year. Oh no, now the memories are coming back. Mr. Schultz, back at Emmanuel Lutheran school, my private school I went to, until the 8th grade. Oh my God, that guy would like trap us in the shower room and would snap us with like wet white towels and would laugh about it. It's like he would stand there so the boys couldn't get out of the room, and he would snap us in the nude. Fucked up shit. Oh my God. Ooh, memories, trauma. Okay, this explains so much of how my life turned out. All right, so what do we have here? Okay, mic off.
A lot of people are asking, what is on my microphone? It is what you think it is. It's a condom. It helps protect the gear. We can't get these mics wet. There's a lot of wind, there's a lot of rain, so we gotta do what we gotta do, and that is put a condom on the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
I am the one, the way your condom need a gun to get me.
NBC, you whores, you did not have to put a condom on the microphone. It's like did you send me that link? It might have been you. No one needs to put a condom on a microphone. NBC did that just on purpose. It's like there are plenty of hydrophobic materials which are used for outdoor broadcast events and such. I mean, even in like the military, we had comms equipment which had water repellent, you could speak through it. No one was putting a condom on any microphone. This is just NBC doing stupid lefty bullshit. It's like, that's what a lefty would do. It's like, oh, I'm going to get wet. Well, here, let me put a condom over my head. You know what? Go ahead, lefties. Go ahead, progressives. The sun is causing global warming. So I would instruct you today to put a condom full on over your face and go and start screaming at the sun while staring at it. Please, just do it. Okay, anyway. A Ziploc won't work, right? Use a bag. I mean, use anything. You can use pantyhose. I mean, it's like, as long as you're not touching it, the water won't be forced through by capillary action, and your microphone is going to stay dry. It's like they chose a condom just to be shocking, and it's like, it is just stupid. It's not even gross. It's just stupid. All right, so Eric Adams, you guys know this guy, that mayor in New York. He's like, I reversed my diabetes. Now I want to help Americans get healthy, or America get healthy. Really? Eric? Really? Now you're a dietitian? Are you qualified? Okay, so what do you want, Eric? You want people to move towards a vegetarian lifestyle? You want them moving towards, let me see if soy is mentioned at any point in this article. Oh, look at that. No mention of soy. Let's see. Bug? Is bug mentioned? No. Oh, let's see, insect, is that mentioned? No, but let's see if there's meat. Okay, I was skeptical at first. Okay, so let's read the paragraph before. I didn't want to spend the rest of my life on insulin, so I did something scientific. This is what he did, which was scientific. I Googled reversing diabetes. I did something scientific. This is Eric Adams. All right. Through that search, I ended up connecting with Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn at the Cleveland Clinic, who told me I could treat my diabetes with lifestyle changes, including overhauling my diet and exercising. Really, Eric Adams? Really? You think changes in the diet and exercise can help you with like combating type 2 diabetes? This was a revelation to you? Wow. Wow, you're the mayor of New York City or something. It's like you're a scholar. What's going on over here? What is this? I'm getting distracted. Now I want to see this. I want this bigger. 2022. Help us, of course, come in. All right. I don't understand what that meme means. Someone's going to have to explain that meme to me later because I think I still have NPC programming left. So someone's going to have to help me overwrite that shit. All right. So he was skeptical at first, but reducing meat and dairy consumption in favor of fresh produce and grains made an immediate difference in his health, and the long-term benefits have been transformative. Really? Oh my God, what's my husband doing out there? Anyway, really, Eric Adams? Really? So this is the end result. This is what one can expect with whatever diet that you're following. So whatever. So his vision was restored. Are you saying that you were going blind? All right, within 3 months. Now this is Eric Adams. He's doing a medical testimony right here. So if you go on this, if you eliminate meat and dairy and move over to, fresh produce and grains, which are fucking expensive, get rid of that meat, get rid of that dairy. Within 3 months, significant weight, lowered cholesterol, restored vision, and reversed diabetes. These sound like medical claims. I think on certain platforms that would be called misinformation because you're not qualified. But let's see what happens with the vegetarian diet. Let's see. Let's go and look up diabetes. Oh, look at that. Well, it is an article about diabetes, so it is listed 104 times in this article. Let's see, recent findings. A vegetarian diet characterized by whole plant foods is most beneficial for diabetes prevention and management. All right, prevention and management. Vegetarian diets are inversely associated with risk of developing diabetes independent of the positive association of meat consumption with diabetes development. Vegetarian diets range from vegan, then they go over the different kinds of vegetarian diets. Now it talks about how diabetes has reached epidemic levels with an estimated 451 million cases worldwide. Well, let's consider soft drinks, refined grains, white flour, all the things, what do you call them, preservatives, all that shit. Microwaves didn't help. Having all these processed foods, and then you just reheat them in a microwave. Consume. Does a vegetarian diet reverse? So let me look up reverse. Oh, let's see. Coffee and reverse scores. Let's see the 2 things of reverse. The health benefits. The adoption of vegetarian diets is increasing worldwide. However, not every vegetarian diet follows the health principles that are beneficial, such as consuming whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and legumes like beans. To examine the differences in type 2 diabetes risk of vegetarians who consume an unhealthy diet characterized by refined grains, starchy foods, added sugars, low fruits and vegetables, or the healthy diet characterized by whole grains, fruits, vegetables, legumes. See, Eric Adams is going out in this report and saying, hey, just switch to this diet and it'll help you. No, you have to be much more able to identify certain things. Like if you eat let's say what's a good sweet fruit, like grapes. You probably don't want to eat grapes if you're a type 2 diabetic. Now a banana might be fine, maybe a pineapple, but not in syrup. Okay, that kind of thing. It's you probably don't want to eat a whole lot of soy if you have type 2 diabetes. There needs to be a lot more information. Oh, the gay twinkle is already here? Oh. Well, we don't have any shows coming up. And, you know, the Jitsi is open. Did anyone even come in? It's just me with my wonky eye. Anyway, considering that we have Lizzo, I mean, come on, guys. Really? Ugh. Lizzo with her crazy ass nails and her big ass body. It's like, I mean, look at this. Eric Adams talking about become a vegetarian. We know that what that goes into is they're just trying to eliminate meat, and it's all this push for bugs. It's just this slide into unnatural eating, packaged up like this is the healthy way to go. Meanwhile, we have our role models like Lizzo and Lizzo's fupa right there. This fupa. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's a body shaper under here. So yes, I'm fat shaming you, Lizzo. I've got my issues too. I'm no supermodel. But Lizzo, come on. Does anyone need to see that? Ugh. And then closing out Lizzo. I just wanted to make a point. I just wanted to fuck with Lizzo today. And then what do we have? Coolio died, the rapper? Age 59, died of a cardiac event. It's like, what happened with that? I don't have too much sauce on that. What's not working? Super Trucker, what's not working? No fruit, no grain, no starch. Okay. And hello, Evie. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I thought, yes, you finally made it in here live. Veg meat. You know what? You know what I found that like lowered my my A1C and blood sugar? Because when I went over to the female hormones, I started like having the female side of my family has the diabetes predisposition. Okay, the men don't. But when I started including estrogen and, you know, lost, you know, the testosterone and stuff like that, it started creeping up. So I would like test my blood on the daily. The ketogenic diet, which is more or less meat, fats, and then greens like broccoli, cauliflower, no corn, no carrots or anything like that. It's just low sugar, low starch vegetables and like grass-fed beef and fish and stuff like that. The blood sugar went and just like it became a non-issue. The A1C went down. So I'm going to go for the ketogenic diet. But I would say any good diet that where you avoid like the processed food and definitely add exercise. Exercise is so important every day. Exercise is not like a once every other day thing. Like you guys hear me talk about like my 6 mile climb. There's more to it. It's like even housework. It's like keep your house clean. That's exercise. Do I hear someone in the Jitsi? Am I mistaken? I hear.
Oh no. Oh
Hi.
yeah, I'm here.
Who is this?
Callie girl.
Hey, Callie girl. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just
Good.
watching the show.
All right. So let's see. This Coolio. So Coolio, I did not know you and I did not follow your music, but I am sorry to see you go at the age of 59. I do remember. You know what? No, I do remember Gangsta's Paradise. Coolio's been around since the 90s. Hasn't Coolio been around? Has Coolio been around since the 90s? Coolio must have been around since the 90s. I think I listened to
Oh, dang, Coolio died, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, he used to do Keenan and Kel. I don't know if you remember Keenan and Kel. That was like a show from the 90s, yeah.
Well,
He's
then
been around for a long time.
I would have actually been like sitting with my homies on Fort Hood. Actually, I would have been listening to Gangster's Paradise. That and NWA and
Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the streets, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams, right?
that
Coolio.
brings back the memories. That
I'm
does
an
bring
educated
back the
fool
memories.
with money on my mind. Got the 10 in my hand and the green in my eye.
That's it.
That brings back the memories. That brings
Man, I
those
used
are
to
the
watch
good
that
memories,
shit
too.
on MTV like all the time. That shit was always on MTV, man.
Well,
Yeah.
it's probably, I mean, Coolio, wherever you are, at least you don't have to deal with this shit. Look, in the middle of all the crises we have going on, what does CNN want us to consider buying? But this infrared face mask for $435 at Sephora. Really? These are the things we need right now. More narcissism. Hey, 45.
Nice.
Hey, Cali girls. You want to go out there and go get one of these masks?
I bought 2 masks.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them.
You got 2 and 3. Well, what the fuck am I doing? Oh,
But mine are white. One's white and one's black. So I go to the store and I see these masks and I'm like, oh, why is there only one white one left and all the black ones are left? And I grab 2 of them. I grab one of the black ones and one of the white ones.
Well, I feel so underprivileged right now. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
have
like
any.
rooting
I'm just
around
fucking
in a
with you.
cigarette butt bag looking for old butts to smoke. You guys are out there buying these fucking facial masks. It's like, where the fuck is my privilege? Oh, my Lord. So, do they work?
The mask?
Yeah.
Well, mine's just like a little plastic Halloween mask.
Okay, so it's not therapeutic?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe we can put some LEDs in there and do the same damn thing because, let's see. We look at this. What is this? This is over $435 from Sephora. We could take a $1.99 Halloween mask from, I don't know, some Walmart or something like that. Go grab an LED strip and a soldering gun. I've got one of those. And just go and line the inside of the mask with about $3 worth of LEDs and get the same fucking effect. What do you think? Ingenuity?
Yeah.
This is stupid. 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 Dr. Dennis Gross, DRX Spectral Light Facewear Pro Light Mask. Fuck you. This is stupid.
Thing's demonic as fuck.
Ugh.
That's what it is.
I don't even know if I can even cover this one.
Weird. Why?
Why?
Why does it have to look like that?
Why? It doesn't have to look like that. That's just it. It doesn't have to look like that. It doesn't have to look like that at all, but that's what they choose because that's what sells. Let's see what the stream is saying. Let's see what the chats are saying. Fantastic voyage. Salty Mad Jamison, good morning. Tried to get one to set up on Jitsi, no luck. I don't know, the audio's fixed it. Super Trucker, you tried calling in that one day and your mic was all wonky and everything like that. Well, I hope that you get that figured out because it would be nice to hear from you. What the hell is that? Evie, no one knows. I moved my mic and headphones to the back part of the computer. Christmas lights. Yeah, just fucking wrap Christmas lights around your head. Same thing. Anyway. 45 and Callie, are you looking at what's on the screen right now about the opinion of the most likely nuclear scenario?
Yes.
What do you guys think?
I'm trying to.
What do you think?
I don't know, because I'm still trying to figure this whole darn thing out.
Why would they want to use nukes? I'm wondering. It's like, what, for all this, wouldn't that be like a huge impact on the environment? I mean, wouldn't that like really kind of fuck up the whole idea of Green New Deal and energy and such? I mean, they'd be polluting the atmosphere for one. They'd be kicking up a whole bunch of dust for another. They'd be like making land uninhabitable for how many years? What's up? Oh, and then we have Super Trucker over here saying that they don't like the human face and they want to dehumanize us before they get rid of us. What would that kind of psychology? And what kind of psychology is that? It's like, hey, you're all gonna die, but here, let's like fuck you up before you die. That's crazy.
Hello.
Hello, Maine. Maine, I see that you put something into the chat here. Do you want me to expand it? Should I embiggen this?
It's just a quick laugh if you wanted to play it.
I do. All right, let me turn off the mic for just a moment. I'll be right back.
It won't be a hard laugh.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you. All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can.
A bottle of Windex hanging off of his whiteboard. And that chart is so true. Scientifically, it's proven that when you fuck around, you will find out. So how much do we want to fuck around today? I'm going to choose 4. I'm going to fuck around at level 4 and find out. Because I've got yard work. I can't do too much fucking around to find out. Maine, how much fucking around do you want to do today?
0. I'm out of here.
Oh, well, it was nice to have you. Thanks for stopping by. All right.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. All right, so let's see. 45, did you want to do any meteorological, education on the given Gulf Coast?
Yeah, let me open Tropical Tidbits up real quick.
Okay, let me go and throw myself over to Jitsi for just a bit. And hey, Cali girl. So we're going to go over here. And let's see.
Hold on.
And yeah, it is Thursday. It is, the time is running over, but there are no people currently scheduled for morning shows, so the Tuesday and Thursday streams are pretty damn kickback, chill, and relax. You know? Let's see what we've got. All right, so here we go.
So this is current situation.
Yes.
So this is a new run. That hurricane may not even be there. All right, so yeah, we're going to go up through South Carolina. So if you live in South Carolina, probably going to get some weather. North Carolina, western and central North Carolina. Pretty strong thunderstorms. And then what I was tracking is, let's see if it's even there. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to. Okay, so we changed the region. I want the, let's just do the North Atlantic. There it is. So this is the Gulf of Mexico down here is Texas, Louisiana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Florida. This is calling by October 15th, a pretty strong hurricane entering the Gulf. 924, that's a category 5 probably right there. I mean, it's almost the same size as the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, this entire thing is the storm system.
And let's see.
So if this comes to fruition, hits the Yucatan Peninsula, it'll probably weaken to like a category 3. But usually when they skip over that, you usually get a Texas or a Louisiana strike. So it just kind of depends. There's no real high pressure system stopping this except for these two right here. So really kind of this direction is what you're going to be looking at. And you can see it tries to kind of spin up against that high pressure at the top right there. You see how it gets directed down?
Yes.
And then starts to squeeze back up, starts to turn back up this way.
And see, for those of you who don't know, I'm just gonna spill it right here. 45 and I and a number of other people in the Jitsi, we go and look at these weather maps, and we've been pretty damn accurate and stuff. So I consider this part of the show where we give you guys a heads up that you're not getting from the mainstream news, because we're giving you a 2-week forecast. It's not a given, but it's something to watch out for.
Yeah, and we actually dodged a bullet. As shitty as Ian was, right? Comes up here, makes a disturbance out in the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
As there's a piece of energy coming off Africa, that was headed this direction. And then you look at what gets pulled off the United States, pushes that right out of the way.
Right back up into Nova Scotia, though.
That's... yeah, I guess that is true, isn't it? Shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my dad's going to get some rain. I mean, that's not too bad. 1,000 millibars. I mean, it's just heavy rain.
Yeah.
But this is concerning.
So there you go,
Because
guys.
essentially, this entire area from here to here is being affected by whatever this is going to be, if it ends up being anything.
And where's
so
the
if you
Baltic
live
Sea? Where is the Baltic Sea in comparison to all this? Do you know right off the top of your
the
head?
Baltic, that's
Yeah.
that's in
Because let's consider that we have all this methane building over the Baltic Sea, over a pot of saline, basically. And I wonder what that's going to do to the weather patterns. I wonder how that's going to affect some shit.
All right, so the Baltic Sea is the area above Germany and Poland. So this area, this is the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, so let's keep an eye on that over the next several days as this methane is pouring into the atmosphere.
So let's just see what's going on there currently.
Yeah, because I expect that there's going to be quite a barometric disturbance given the change of the chemistry of their environment in that area.
And this may not be attributing for that, this may not have that within its scope. So there's really no saying if it's going to influence the models or not. It's not really a data point that can be seen at this point, I would imagine.
And is it out of the line of reason that maybe it should be considered as a data point?
I mean, no, it definitely should. But yeah, really, if you live in the Gulf states, even Florida, again, there's nothing saying this won't turn straight north. I mean, I'm looking at what it could potentially do. Again, this is 2 weeks out. This may not even happen, so don't freak out. I'm just saying, prepare yourselves. If you live in the Gulf states, just have a plan just in case.
Yeah, just be aware that this might
is a
happen.
Super powerful storm down here on October 15th. So I would say probably by the 20th, if this holds true, that would probably be when you'd be looking for late October hurricane, which would suck.
Yeah, it would.
But I did say that earlier on. I did say that a couple of months ago. I said I would look for a late October, early November hurricane, major hurricane, and look at that.
So yeah, again,
it's almost like I know what I'm talking about, man.
I know. It's like time is weird like that. It kind of like it shows that these things aren't as crazy as they sound. It's just but yeah, no panic required. Just be aware it might happen. Get prepared. Don't freak out. It's like just know there's a high possibility it may happen. All right, so I think that about does it. Unless
Cool.
45, do you have any announcements or anything like that?
I'll be on Coffee Talk with Sandra tonight.
Ah, that's right. That is right. And currently, Sandra isn't showing up on the on Rougarou and MBB's guide. Can you let everyone know what time is that going to be and which time zone?
Hold on. Let me look back in time.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure her shows are every Sunday through Friday.
She's a busy woman.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking at the thing.
And she has so much fun. While he's looking that up, I would just have to say, Sandra is like so much fun.
Yeah, I've been on once before, back in January. Let's see, what time did she send me the link? So I think 9 o'clock.
Which time zone?
Central time.
Okay, so be on the look on that tonight with 45.1 actual on Coffee Talk with Sandra, 9 Central. It is. I'm
Yes, 9
predicting
p.m.
in my mind's eye. I see a fabulous show. Stay tuned.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun the first time, so yeah, it'll be a good time. Come by. It's a little bit of a different flavor for 451, but I still have a lot of fun with Sandra because she doesn't care how crazy I get on there. So
I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually stay up late just to catch that show live.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll let you close up your show. Good job. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, thank you. God bless. All right, so tonight in 14 hours, is it tonight? 14 hours from now? Man, Drunken Rocky, what the hell are you doing having a show so late? Anyway, Drunken Rocky, going on live in 14 hours. Now, guys, I don't know if y'all do this, but I like to do this for people I support. I like to stop in their stream early and drop a flame even before their show gets going. I think it helps with the algorithm. I'm not sure, but yes. DJ Brandrack is going live in 4 days, so let's see what the hell's going on with that. I have no idea what DJ Brandrack is doing, but I've got my lawn chair, and I too am camping. I'm camping this DJ session. I do not understand the Dollar Tree broken down sign. I understand do-a-re, but I do not understand. I believe maybe I don't know what he's got going on. Anyway, it's 4 days from now, DJ Brandrack. Oh, Pastor Chatelet's pond, great place to go and get a recharge. So always remember, I'm sure a lot of y'all go and spend time in the pond. The pond is the place to be, let me tell you. Let's see.
The last time of what we
What
done.
the fuck is this?
It is not.
Okay, that is the pond. Good morning, everyone in the pond. I know that y'all can't see me right now, but yes, good morning, pond. We've got some guy from Maine right here. So let me drop him in the chat. So there you go. Is he going live tonight? Thursday. Oh, it's Thursday. That's what Thursday is. Thursday night techno DJ stream. Gonna have him playing in the background. Give him love. Look at that. Flame on. There we go. All right. The frog candle. You know, when your lights go out and you're feeling kind of lost, go and find yourself. Wait a minute. Feisty. Wild faggots need to get a life elsewhere. What the hell did I miss? I guess I'll see it when I replay the video later. This candle, based individual friend of Pastor Chatelet. Check it out. Rise Attire, featuring Axe Truth. On this one, in case you want to go out and get yourself a Killade tee or hoodie. Axe Truth, a good friend. And this logo, I believe it was Job4's friend, Job49's friend, Terry, who made this logo, and it got banned off of Teespring. So then Rise International was kind enough to take up this logo and help Axel. And by the way, the people at Rise, I hope that you're enjoying your honeymoon. I hope I didn't come off too much like a bitch yesterday. I should have stayed more in the loop. I'm so happy for you guys. Oh, may you guys have a long and blessed marriage. It is good. All right, is that all I have? Let's see, Frog Candles, Rise Attire. And then the Rougarou and MBB guide, which is listed in my pinned comment. Guys, I think that's a show. Let's just look at Fetterman one last time on a Thursday and try to figure out what the fuck this is on his arm. I have no idea. But I've enjoyed once again doing this morning wake up show. I hope you guys have enjoyed being here. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow for Fuck Around and Find Out Friday, I guess. So, later.